Alright. So guys, once again, for those who watch the replay afterwards, you can jump to minute 1 or something, because I'm just taking some time to chill, to let potential spectators coming to the stream. So okay. But I think the title of the live is incorrect. 9. I forgot. I'm gonna guess. I think it was group 2. Adthor versus Dhruv. Okay, none of them is alive right now, so I'm not expecting them as spectators. I don't know if I'm going to have many live spectators, but yeah. Happy Easter, by the way. I know I should. This is what I should show you. Oh, damn it. Okay, here. No, that's Dhruv. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have any live spectators, but we're going to cast. No, this is incorrect. Alright. We're going to cast Dhruv versus from India versus Adthor from the US. So we have casted a game of Adthor just yesterday. It was versus B with the stupid name, and Adthor won 2-1. Sorry for the spoil. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, the game I casted yesterday was the second game from Adthor. And the one we're going to cast today is the first one, like in this tournament. And in the game we casted, I don't know why I say we. The game I casted yesterday, we could notice that Adthor came quite prepared, especially for their own maps. So typically, Water Nomad. On Water Nomad, Adthor knew exactly what to do, and on Nomad they also played quite well with the Sicilians, and they did a sort of I forgot the name, but basically with a tower rush with the surgeons and stuff. Here in France we have lots of chocolate from Easter. That one is good. Yeah, no spectator, I think. I think I can check that though. I hope I'm still live. Yeah, okay. And I was saying, as I was saying, yeah, the one big mistake, the one big problem from Adthor was the lack of spending. So they were good in several aspects. So it's like a 900 elo. But the one thing that Adthor came short of was spending res. So Adthor could have won way earlier in the games if Adthor had just spent the res. Typically, for instance, in the first game it was on Nomad, and Adthor had a very dominant lead quite early with the dungeons and stuff, and really controlled the map, but had like 2,000 res in the bank, and could have used that to just spamming rams. Just spamming rams would have ended the game way earlier. But just because of that, it gave some room for the opponent to breathe, and the game lasted a bit longer. And maybe sometimes Adthor is going to even lose games just because of that. So it's really the big mistakes, the big thing the big area of improvement for Adthor. So without further ado, we can. I think it's the first time in this channel that I'm using this phrase. Sorry for the small ado here. So we're going to see the. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and wait. That's the first set though. So Adthor, like Dhruv, maybe in Dhruv. By the way, I think I have noticed Dhruv in a previous tournament, but I forgot the way they played. But that could indicate some research by Dhruv on Adthor, or maybe it's just a lucky pick or something. But Adthor came very well prepared for Water Nomad, so that's an excellent ban, if I've ever seen one. What? Wait, that's the map where that's the one map where Adthor lost in the second set, so that's super weird to find this. Let's see if Adthor is prepared in the first set. And the other one is going to be Golden Stream for Dhruv. I think I haven't casted a game on Golden Stream so far. And the first game is going to be on Nomad. And for Nomad, Adthor was the better one, and really played super well in the previous in the second set. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this because yeah, it's a weird it's weird. And so for the picks, Dhruv will have to play Mesoamerican. Look at that! Dhruv will have to play Mesoamerican Civ, so I really hope for Dhruv that they know how to use them. I hope that Dhruv, I was going to say knows the Spanish, but in the Middle Ages, by definition, these civs were not speaking Spanish, so maybe there's going to be some linguistic barrier. And Dhruv really needs to play with the infantry. That is interesting. And on the other hand, we're going to have more. It's a bit all around the place. The problem with this kind of drafts is that you give a lot of options for your opponent, especially when the three maps are different. I think this kind of draft is better because at least you are. It means that when you prepared for your games, you know what you're going to face, and it's kind of homogeneous, and so the way the opponent plays in game 1 could be somewhat similar to the way they're gonna play in game 2 and game 3. You are not giving too much room and too much possibilities for your opponents, but when you give them different civs like this with archers, with cavalry, with a quite rapid civs, like in terms of the ages and stuff, you can really allow them to do different stuff. So I'm not sure about it. Like Britons, for instance, can be very good on the wall. I think Berbers are good on either of these maps. Dravidians could be good on Nomad, for instance. Magyars could be good on either of these maps. It's there are a lot of options here. So let's just now jump to the games. So first game, it's going to. Oh, I forgot the. I'm sorry, I forgot the random picks. So yeah, the random pick gave Adthor the Incas and gave Dhruv the Dravidians. Ooh. All right. No further discussion. Yeah, I think these both these civs do make some sense on this map. You could expect maybe some towers on the Incas. I think Dhruv has the luckier spawn because these villages are a bit closer to each other. And potentially there could be... It would be great if Dhruv managed to find this spot for the TC. The one issue with this one is that it can be accessible by water, which can sometimes be dangerous. But well, there are a lot of great spots though in this line. Like this is perfect, for instance. Let's just see. I don't know if Dhruv is used or not to playing Nomads. What the hell? You usually don't. You typically want to have the third villager on water. But I'm not really sure what the hell Dhruv is trying to do. Like, why are they walking so much? That's not the best TC that Adthor could have got. But yeah, once again, you see that Adthor is zone best prepared for this map. The opponent, like if the opponents for the third set of Adthor notices this, maybe they at some point they could be like, maybe I need to ban this map or something. Because Adthor is clearly way better than any other player on this map. I'm not a fan of the TC because I mean, it's alright, but just putting it here would have been better. I mean, it's no big deal though. It's a good TC compared to this one. This one I'm not a fan of. And I really don't understand why Dhruv chose to put it so... Maybe Dhruv noticed the villagers from Adthor, and maybe Dhruv wanted to be safer. Maybe there was something like this at play, but... So we have some scout. Okay. I don't know if this villager is going to do some scouting or just build a house. Nice scouting, by the way, by Adthor. Nice job with the villager as well. Yeah, you see, like Adthor already impresses me way more than his opponents. It's just a bit disappointing that Adthor is not investing on wood, because you really want to invest on wood and prepare. Like ideally you'd have a dock as well already, and you'd want to get wood early enough to get the water economy going. Be careful. Alright. I'm expecting Adthor to do their own lure. Like there are two boars that are quite like, look at the position though. There are 3 boars that are so easily accessible for Adthor. But you really want to get the food as early as possible, so it's a bit slow for Adthor. Do they have loom? Okay, they don't have loom, so maybe this one is a bit more difficult for the beginning. But at the very least, you should start with this one. Okay. On the other hand, Dhruv does not lose time at all. Nice job. All right. a bit. Okay, it's not super clean, but let's go. I didn't spot that. Sorry. So nice job by Adthor. That's why you want to cut some wood. Let's accelerate a bit. Still no lure for Adthor. I'm not sure why, but Adthor is. Like you want to get the food from the sea in this map, but that doesn't mean that balls suddenly become bad or something. Like it's still balls. But nay, bit of fighting here. Okay. But there's one villager with the loom and the other with the loom, so the villager could actually fight back. But maybe the villager is afraid of being in a Twitter trends with hashtag #MeToo or something. Okay, that's clearly some laming here. Oh, I'm not sure who I'm rooting for because I don't understand why you'd want to lame first instead of just taking your own boss or something, and it's a bit aggressive. I tend to prefer the non-lamers. The play is weird in any way. In any case. And there's going to be some counter attack by Dhruv. I don't know if I should say Dhruv or Dhruv or Dhruv. The guy is from India. Maybe it's a word in some Indian language. Ah, there we are. There we go. First lure. You'll want to get the next ones. That's a lot of DK. And that is quite a journey. Like, if you think about it, these six villages, they are going to work for about a minute, I think. And a minute, it's like 20 west. So that means that this trip from here to here, it costs something like 120 res for Dhruv. Could be worse, but still. Oh, we heard you weren't super nice with our friends. That's for Michael. You understand? For Michael. But she has loom though. I don't know what you're talking about. There must be some. Okay, they are encircling her. Just use your bow, girl. You clearly have a bow in your hands. Use it against them. Okay, a lot of idle villages here. Did lure the boar here, so that's good. I think it's better to... Well, I mean, I was going to say it's better to go for... To keep going for mana times. Since mana times versus your opponent's mana times, it's going to be equal. And if you face enemy Eagle Warriors, you're going to win. The one thing that they have, the Eagle Warriors, is that they are faster. And they resist arrows better. But as long as it's just pure fights, then your mana timers are going to do a better work. And it's not like the economy has expanding that much, so I think I would prefer mana times with the upgrades. Yeah, we have a lot of idle villagers in both sides. Oh. Jay? Oh. Maybe a meal? That'd be great. Or maybe just the gold. Yeah, it's just the gold. Ah, we have some action going on. I think this. I think not a small piece of this meat has been taken for the whole game. So this deer died in vain, which is kind of frustrating to me. Okay, I'm not sure what these guys are planning. And you see, once again, we have Adthor not spending their res. So it's really ooh, nice catch. It's really a constant in Adthor play. Would be better to have had a house here, to quick wall house, to protect the tower construction. But that being said, the villagers were super fast and very aggressive from Adthor. I'm surprised by the speed of the villagers. I didn't realize that villagers could destroy towers that fast. Very bold villagers. Yum. Look at this. Ah. Another tower? Very stubborn. Yeah, I remember that Adthor not only did not spend enough, but I remember Adthor to be stubborn. I think. Yeah, finish the blacksmith though, please. And just make things. Like, you can make anything right now. Make a bunch of infantry or something. $2,000 at like 25 minutes. That makes no sense. Okay, another attempt at destroying the towers once again by Dhruv, and it's working quite well. Not even losing a single villager so far. I think this one. Okay, this one is this one goes down. Doom doom. It's a nice reaction by Dhruv, and that's a very disappointing tower rush. Like, it didn't achieve anything. Like, it killed one villager or maybe two, and that was about it. And it cost so much stone. But that being said, the fact that it costs stone, it doesn't matter at all, because, like, because of the saving, like maybe Adthor is a banker or something. Because of that, Adthor basically has unlimited resources. Since Adthor is never going to run out of resources, it's a bit like they have unlimited resources. So whatever they want to use resources on, it's going to be worth it. Actually, wait, it's the same for Dhruv though. Look at that. Like, honestly, at this point, the winner is going to be the one who just spends more. It's going to be as simple as that. Okay, I think Adthor is going to do one thing the whole game. It's going to be towers. It's like a tower everything. Maybe there is an Xbox exploit or something, where you can, like, an award if you make only tower. This castle is super aggressive. That's going to that's super rough, like super. Oof. And it's very difficult to contest. Like, the villagers are not going to be in line with the TC. It's basically impossible to reach the villagers. Okay, maybe except if the infantry comes here, but there's virtually no infantry from Adthor, sorry. So this castle is clearly going up, especially with this number of villagers. And it's the only TC for Adthor. Like Adthor kept sending. Okay, yeah, I forgot the fact that you can just delete the houses, but I think this is not enough villages to counter the castle. So basically, Adthor tower rushed their opponent, Dhruv, and Dhruv wants to show Adthor what a real tower rush looks like. Dhruv is schooling Adthor. And that's a lot of villagers to attack the castle, but a castle has way more HP than a tower. And the Jaguar Warrior, they are no joke. It's like the 4 villagers, they got news of what happened in their hometown, and they're like, and that they know that the opponent has made a super big tower, and now they're like, yeah, that's all we can do. We can just build a small tower. They feel helpless. Like, they have the small tower, and it just ends a bit 1 hour at a time. It looks like a mosquito compared to a wasp or something. And the tower even sends, even creates men out of nowhere with the big masses. There we go. Yeah, Castle Rush beats Tower Rush, basically. Nice job. So, game 2 is the Golden Stream one. And it's going to be the Britons. Okay, I was expecting the Britons more on the wall, but they are also very good on this map. And Magyar make a lot of sense. I was expecting them or the other on Golden Stream. Although to be fair, I guess I'm just like the clock that stops, and then it gives the hour one time every day, the correct hour. So it's a bit like me, because I keep being wrong with what I predict. But the fix, I'm always wrong. I'm just right sometimes because you can't be wrong every time. I like this music. No, no, it's okay. Oof. I had some bug. Yeah, Dhruv is wasting no time. Okay, this timing makes a lot of sense from okay, be careful, be careful, be careful. No! No! Ah! Maybe there's a chance? That's a miracle. I'm not sure what happened with the elephant, but the elephant decided not to finish the villager. That was that was close. I'm not that much a fan of what Dhruv did because I think it was a bit too early. So we have, but that being said, the villagers are working quite efficiently. So we have more food wasting, but it's still quite efficient. And is Adthor trying to get to Dark Age already? Feudal Age, I mean. Oh, is it just because? Okay, maybe it's because of what happened with the elephant. And okay, I think it's this. So they didn't want to waste to risk the next villager. They go back one at a time. Okay, next lure with loom, so it should be okay. All right. Ready. Ah, nice job. That was smooth. Ah, no. Changed his mind. I think it makes sense though, because we have seen that Dhruv is wasting no time to kill animals, while on the meantime, I think the sheep is a bit more safe in Adthor's base. So yeah, this sheep is very intelligent. Okay, same timing basically for both players. Ah, that means that Dhruv was a cleaner, and is okay. It's also because the timing is a bit later, but Dhruv is going to have the villagers number advantage, so that's nice. And Dhruv is going to be able to drop some towers. But he's going to need some pikemen to protect the villagers building towers. Or maybe it's this is just for a castle. Scouts coming in. Sorry. Worth it. Nice job by this pikeman. Finished two scouts all by itself. I think you need to find some solution at Adthor versus the pikeman. Well, one solution could be simply to easier said than done, but to have better micro, like better supervising of the scouts. Maybe it can, I say micro, but maybe it can just be like you never let them near the enemy without supervision. When you don't want to supervise them, you just then send them to random location, and then you send them back when you're ready to attack again. Okay, nice start of a wall for Adthor. It's still very open, so Adthor is going to need more buildings, but it's a start. No wall for Dhruv, although this is quite well protected, but this is quite open. Ouch. No. Ah, nice catch. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you want to do. And then you send it back when you're ready. Both players, by the way, have forgotten to dock. You don't have that many fish on this map, but you still have fish. And Navy can also help. Like typically, if you control the water, then you're actually walled. You can't easily control the water for a long time, but it's still a possibility. And at the very least, you can control the water in a small portion, like typically at the front of your base. So it's actually a big thing. And Dhruv is another player who struggles to spend. So, but Dhruv is going to still reach Castle Age. Just needs the one building and the second one. So right after wheelbarrow. I'm not. I think this is to counter the pikemen, which could suggest that Adthor is going for archers. But if it's going to be archers, then I hope that Adthor is going to think that it should be better to make skirmishes, especially with this economy. Adthor really needs to either make a market or to send way more villagers to gold, but that's a bit unfortunate. Some visiting here. That's going to be super rough, super difficult for Adthor. Adthor really needs to get the gold and just make a market. You use all your villages and make the markets and do something. Okay. Castle coming, I think. Like here, typically. Okay, next to castle. Okay. That's a bold one, but... Okay. I was expecting the castle to be here, but that makes sense as well. And fortunately for Dhruv, Adthor has basically no military right now. Okay, that's a nice DC. No? Okay. Yeah, that's a nice DC. A nice DC. That's a nice DC. If I say it too fast or something, out of context, you could hear T instead of a C, and it would be something different. TDC. Anyway. The scout has been asleep for like 100 years already. Forgotten by his entire civilization. There were old tales about the bold scouts that explored the map and discovered new lands. But now it's people are thinking that it's just a legend. Some claim that the scout is an actual human and that they are still alive. But it's just like today claiming that Michael Jackson is still alive. That's basically the reaction of the people to the existence and the aliveness of the scouts, the legendary scouts. So Dhruv is clearly more impressive. Like clearly has a way better position right now. The one thing that is going to matter though is going to be the capacity for Dhruv to do some complementary units, and typically to be prepared against skirmishes. Because when you do a bunch of archers, you know that there's going to be counter to the archers, so you need to be prepared. And obviously right now, the pikemen are not going to be able to protect the archers since it's going to be skirmishes. I'm not sure why Adthor has the lead in the score, but I think this castle is a bit timid. But that being said, the space is a bit taken. Like this would be a nice spot for the castle, but it's taken by the blacksmith. So, well, it does protect the gold though. That makes sense. In addition to being central, it does protect the gold. But the gold is going to be finished in a small time though. Now we're going to see Imperage though. Because of all the saving, Adthor. Adthor is going to have the economy for the resources for Imperial Age. That's something. And I think I'm not sure though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 15. Yeah, actually, I think that the trap. I think the trap can reach the castle from here. Wait. Yeah, I think this spot. Maybe this one too. I think in this spot and in this spot, the traps can reach the castle. I think one reason why Adthor might not always realize that they don't really spend their resources is that at some points they do. But it's better to spend early than to spend too late. So yeah, at this point, Adthor can look at what they have in the market and think that it's fairly balanced and that they did spend and that they can't they have to save again, but but it came a bit late. All right, I am hoping for trap production. Nice. Please make traps. That's the one thing that you need the most right now. And like if Adthor lets Dhruv chill for too much time, like Dhruv in the meantime is getting so much gold. So okay, we have a trap, but the trap came super late, and additionally, Adthor lost a bunch of skirmishes. I hope Adthor is going to be able to protect the traps. It would be nice to see some onager or something. Like, I mean, Meganor. Maybe some cav or something. Ah, sorry, yes, I missed that. Yeah, that's nice, but it shouldn't be the main focus for Adthor. This should be mainly a this should be a distraction. Trap is coming. Trap is. I'm not sure what Trap is targeting, but I'm not super convinced. Okay, let's see. Let's see if it's yeah. Not convinced. No. Nice catch. Headshot. All right, and now we can attack the castle, please. Let's go. Like your opponent is super distracted, even sent all the archers to their base. Now you can attack the castle. Yeah. Okay, that's nice as well. Well, the problem is that it takes the production from the castle. I would like to see at least one more trap, but in any case, it's good to have some more army from Adthor. Send the skirmishes. Send the skirmishes. Send the skirmishes. Protect the trap. Okay, attack the onagers, I think. Mostly. Nice job, nice job, nice job. Would be great to see the trap being repaired, but... and the castle is going to stay up. That was clutch, but... Like, basically, this... Like, these 5 minutes... The fate of the game was decided. And I think that now it's a bit too late. The castle could have got down, but now it's a bit late. Unfortunately for Adthor. These are really great castles. It looks like fantasy castles, like it looks like it comes from a European comic, like from a Landfist of Troy or something. And no, that's not happening. Castle goes down. Oh, nice! Look at the animation. Nice job. Nice. I'm not going to say anything, but this gave me an idea for some humoristic content. Oh, nice job. This job is excellent. Super excellent accuracy. Got 2 kills. If Adthor wants to stay alive, I think the game is lost already, but Adthor could make houses and archery ranges. That's what Adthor really needs right now. Houses are coming. It'd be nice to also have the archery ranges, because this is not enough to mass produce the skirmishes. Nice upgrades. But yeah, you need to have maybe four buildings of production, at least. Look at these resources. Meanwhile, Dhruv has a very dominant position, but Dhruv is a bit slow. That's the one issue. And because of the amount of food, it'd be actually very good for Dhruv to just make a bunch of scouts and send them to the economy to try and raid the economy of Adthor. That's something. Okay, we do have some scouts, but yeah, we need more production of scouts. They can really help Dhruv finish the game. That mass is so terrifying. Imagine you are one of these farmers, and you see all the archers coming slowly to your base, and you know you are going to be slaughtered, every one of you, with no mercy. Yeah, the castle is very useful. Okay, nice defense by Adthor. Ah. I think that there is some slight potential for Adthor if Adthor. I'm not sure if this civilization has the BBC. Ah, it doesn't look like it actually. Doesn't have it. Ah, that's a big issue. Like versus the archers, versus the mangonel, versus the trebuchet, BBC would help a lot. Number of villages is actually equal. Ooh, nice! That's a nice reaction by Adthor. To counter attack and to like to shift the momentum to get your opponent to distract your opponent. That's an excellent castle. Now, I still think it's virtually unwinnable, but I want to hope on in Adthor. Adthor does see the gold, so I would like to see Adthor going for the gold, but nice. Okay, you want to target the villages instead of the houses, but let's see what Dhruv is focusing on right now. Okay, that's nice. You see, it distracts the opponent. The opponent then has to be at different places of the map. Okay. Look at the amount of rest in the bank for Dhruv. That's crazy. These are two players that would improve a lot if they just spend their resources. It's a kind of easy fix, basically, I would say. Like a one thing that can help them improve a lot. Okay, I'm going to check the castle. I think it's going up, but a nice amount of villagers are going to be killed, so that's nice. And I'd like to see some trebuchet from Adthor also. It's not easy to do, but one thing that I would do in this situation is with the villagers, you make basically a gate here and a house here and something here, maybe a gate or something, or even walls or something. So basically you wall the area, and then the shoppers are going to be protected from enemy cav while they shoot at the castle. It's a very important thing to do in Trap Wars. How many are there? 50. Sword Guard. Yeah, you see, that's the reason why you want to gate the place. To wall the place. And it seems that the castle has no mother hole. That's unfortunate. Maybe Adthor is thinking that they have BBC, but they don't. Ah, just for ballistics. Yeah, that's crucial. Ooh. Oof. Let's see. Nice job. Oh, look at that. Ah. Ooh, that was close. Nice defended. Nice defended by Adthor actually. Like this could have been way worse for Adthor, but it's still like Adthor is still losing by a lot. That being said, the main gunner didn't do that much, but the trap did a lot of work. Like every shot of the trap, it took like three people. And the good thing about trap in this situation is that even though they don't have a great accuracy, if you have a bunch of skirmishers or other units packed together so densely, then even with a low accuracy, you're still going to shoot at something. I always forget to check the statistics, but okay, game 3 is going to be the one on the wall, and it's going to be Berbers versus Vikings. I'm expecting a quite aggressive approach from Dhruv. Probably. Like, to be fair, it's not their pick, so it's not like the Vikings were picked specifically for this map. But in theory, right. In theory, they should be like the Vikings are usually aggressive. I'm not sure why Dhruv and Adthor makes. Okay, this time it's okay for Adthor, but Dhruv tries to build the houses too far from the TC, and there's no particular reason to do that. It's great to have some distance, so you can have some room for the farms around the TC, but that's a bit too much, I think. And this is taking the place of it's not taking the place of the TC, but it's taking some place for the mill. So it's a small detail, but ooh, that's super early. That's what I'm telling you. Like even on the wall where there is no pressure, Dhruv still lures the ball very early. That's super tricky because you might mix one from the other. You might send the villager to attack the bear. Even the name is similar. Bear, boar. It's very tricky. Oops. Oula. Sorry. Yeah, that's in this situation you want to just make one meal. So your villagers don't have to work all the way. Also, you forgot about the sheep. And I don't like food wasting. If the potential spectators watch this game, if they have watched others, okay, there we go. Like other videos from other castings from me, that's the one thing they know. I don't like food spoiling. Yeah, that's a bit excessive though, on the other hand. Like, Adthor is trying a bit too hard to not waste food. That's a super early wheelbarrow, and it's not really justified on this map. Because this takes the same time as 3 villages, if I remember correctly. So you're going to be 3 villages short, plus some food and wood. And with this amount of villagers, you cannot justify the cost of 3 villages. So in this map, unless you are going for something crazy where you need to have your villagers working, but as long as your villagers only work for economic reasons, then you do want wheelbarrow to come at early to mid castle age, not in feudal age. Imagine if you walk just here or here, and you spot this scout, and you notice this man who is just using a sword to hit a wall for absolutely no reason. You're like, you would think that you need to build some special hospital for mentally disabled people. So you see, that's the thing that you can expect from the Vikings. I'm not sure if it can even justify itself, but it's just something that happens. Vikings are typically like Vikings are Vikings. It's not even a civilization. It's a job, and the job is to do basically this. These guys are doing their jobs. And also no spending right now, once again. From Dhruv. Adthor is doing a bit better actually. In this game, Adthor is really spending. Although I'm not sure what is the plan from Adthor, but you really need to make your thesis. You really need to use your early, like you want to use your early castle age to get your economy going. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what the plan is exactly with this many monks. Because you can't do anything on the wall with the monks, so I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical because this is an imam, right? I suppose in this case it's supposed to be like basically the Moroccan Maghreb Empire, I suppose. in this case, I suppose it could make sense, but yeah, it was in the medieval times. Because I was thinking first that like it's not the traditional religion from the Berbers. But that being said, in the Middle Ages, at the time of the Maghreb Empire, etc., with the Maghreb Arabic Empire, at this time it was indeed an Islamic country already, so makes sense. That man looks so old. The voice. Yeah. Every time at the end of the sentence, the voice just breaks down. Like they just have the energy to utter 3 words, and then it's too much for their poor voice. So we have a TC from Dhruv. I'm not a fan of this TC, but I mean it could be better. Could be worse. This TC is good. And we still have no TC from Adthor. I'm not sure what the plan is, but there is some plan going on. To be sure, if there is siege, and if the base is broken, then maybe something can happen. But for now, it's just But we're gonna see. It's super quick to ram down the wall. Okay. Once again, no spamming from Adthor. What? Okay, super defensive approach all of a sudden from Adthor. But to be fair, with this amount of resources, it just makes sense to spend on whatever. The 3 TCs are synchronized. Not anymore. Alright. Imp is coming. I'm not sure what the plan is for Adthor, but it needs to start right now. Oof. The economy is like it's 1 TC versus 3 TCs, even 4 TCs actually, and this is not very efficient. I didn't spot this though. That's nice. But you're not going to change the fate of the game with just 2 knights or 3 knights. You need a bit more than that. Adthor, just if you look back at the game and you see this, something should click in your mind. Like you can't just reach 4,000 golds. Like something is wrong here. That's more reasonable. Still a lot of saved resources, but Just wood. Just make more farms. I think like basically Adthor is thinking too much, like hesitating too much on what to do, but they just need to do something. Whatever it is that they need to, whatever the unit choice or something, they need to just make them. It's getting very late now. With the difference in the economy, it's game over if Adthor doesn't do anything, basically. If you look back at this game compared to the next game, the next set for Adthor, Adthor really prepared for the next set for Nomad. So excellent preparation for Nomad. It was way better than what they did in this game. There were still some mistakes in the set too, typically with the spending and stuff like this. But it was better. I'm not sure if you can compare the Water Nomad game to, but in any case they were well prepared for the Water Nomad. It's just in the world that they. I think even on the world it was better. The other sets I casted, it was a bit better than this one. But yeah, that's the one map that Dhruv is that Adthor is not really prepared for. But that's 3 for Dhruv. Excellent job by Dhruv. Yeah. Well. But at least I think that Adthor can know what to work on. And in any case, set 2 was better than set 1. And that also means that set 3 is going to be very important for Adthor, because if Adthor wins set 3, then in theory they should be qualified for the next round. And if they lose, in theory they should not be qualified. So set 3 is going to matter a lot. GG.